So Memory Lane, just released in August, you said?
Correct.
Okay. And now this is a poetry book.
It's more than a poetry book.
It's more than a poetry book.
Yes.
So walk me through this memory lane of yours. What is
So, Memory Lane, reminisce with me through healing poetry. So, after each poem of mine, well, before the poem is an introduction, a poem.
Okay.
After the poem is a page for you, the reader, to also become a writer. So there's a question that relates to the poem.
Right.
But you can either respond about my story, you can respond about your life, of something you connect with, or maybe somebody else you know that went through a similar situation. But the point is to write, express, go down your memories, don't be afraid, so that you can have a better day today.
So the question, I'm reading it, I'm looking at it. The poem comes first, then the question, or
Yes.
is it just the reverse? Okay. So on page 20, you have a poem called I Want to Know.
Yes.
And on page 23 is the question that corresponds with that.
It's wherever the line paper is.
Yep.
Yes, that's it right
So
there.
the question that Kim asks, once you finish reading her poem, I Want to Know, the corresponding question is, have you ever been scared to love? If so, why? If not, what would you tell someone who is? Let's go around the room. Let's get into this,
Okay.
shall we? Okay, so the question, you guys, I know you're tired of the questions. We'll start with you, Dre. Have you ever been scared to love? If so, why? If not, what would you tell someone who is? It's a two-part question. Come on, man. This isn't Jeopardy. Let's speed it up.
Am I scared to love? No.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not.
Okay. If not, if so, why? If not, what would you tell someone who is?
That there's risks when it comes to love, and you have to gauge whether it's worth loving that person or not. But it starts at you have to love yourself first.
Damn.
Thank you.
Damn.
Thank you.
No, Kim, you don't understand.
Yes.
Depth from Dre? That depth from Dre?
Hey,
Wow.
listen, think about it.
That's what's up.
Comedians and people who think like me really have a large depth to it. No, kidding. But
Yeah. Meanwhile, KeVaughn, Paul, and myself are over here struggling to keep our laughs to ourselves. All right, Paul, you're next. Yeah, I know. Have you ever been scared to love? And this is the guy with the Seinfeld humor.
I would say no.
No? Okay, you've never been scared to love. Since the answer is no, what would you tell someone who is?
I like Dre's answer a lot. You got to love yourself first, definitely.
Okay.
But just being like open and honest is definitely important too, and just communication and just trust.
Okay. KeVaughn.
I think that I have been scared to love. I think in general, an open-hearted person. I wear my heart on my sleeve, that sort of thing. And I think that I can be afraid that someone won't give me that energy back, or that I'll be like left hanging out to dry. So in those cases, I've been afraid.
You're afraid that your love won't be reciprocated.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just scared to love somebody that might want to cohabitate. I don't believe in cohabitation. There's none of that. Take your toothbrush with you back on the ferry, and I'll see you next time, sweetie. Kim, I want to ask you that question. Have you ever been scared to love? If so, why? If not, what would you tell someone who is?
Absolutely. And in the poem it expresses that I do have some fears, but at the end of the day, I also have to realize that not every situation is the same situation.
Right.
So you have to be open to seeing someone in a different light and not what you're used to.
Right.
So yes, I have been afraid
And
to love.
I think